guys, it's Miss Jewcee. Sorry for the delay, had some technical difficulties, but I finally got everything up and running, so I do apologize. We're gonna give it a few minutes to see if we can get some folks to join us. And yeah, there's updates going on. I don't know what's wrong with my crazy computer, but we are installing updates as we speak, so hopefully nobody else will get knocked off of anything. It's been a little bit nuts here. It's taken me almost 20 minutes to get online. So yeah. So we're gonna see if we can't um get it together. So we're gonna give people a few minutes to get on and everything, but I am here and we'll go ahead and find us some some fabulous music. Okay. If I have any of my dominant guests, any of my dominant females, just trying to get everything situated. We got a new time, 9 o'clock. So give us, so sorry. We're trying to get it together here. Of all the days, I'm telling you. We will make it through. We will make it through. Gonna go ahead and we're getting some folks coming in. Hello, everyone. Hi, Romeo. How you doing? We apologize for the little delay. We are having had some technical difficulties. Okay, so I don't know, like it's windy here in Cleveland. We've had gale force winds. My laptop wanted to update all at the same time. So I do apologize, but we are slowly but surely is starting to come together right now. So just bear with us as we're at a new time, even starting at 9 o'clock, new time. So that's kind of fun. Just give us a few more moments. We'll see if we can grab some more people to pop on here. Trying to see if we can get a couple of our guests. But like I said, we have some technical difficulties. So they are working themselves out right now. And so just kind of enjoy a little bit of the music. This one's pretty good. And I will be right back. We're going to see if I can't grab a few more of our dominant females. And we're going to try to get a few folks on there. We were having some technical difficulties, so we're hoping that we can grab a few people. I like this one, I do. Oh man, then they change it. And they had a good vibe going, and then all right, give us just a few seconds. I am, as I'm talking to you guys, working diligently to get a few of our if we can grab them if they'd like to join us really quick. And do apologize, we may have to do a part 2 next week only because it was crazy. I could get nothing on my laptop for some unknown reason. And I am still having a little bit of difficulty, so I'm trying to work through it. I can't get a hold of a few folks. Like I said, trying to see if we can available really quick. We did send out, but now that I've seen that we've been having some issues, the information may not have went out. Like, would mean a lot right there. But we are still giving everything a try here. Do we have anyone that has? Say good morning. Hello. to get it up and going. Trying to get it up and going, guys. So sorry. Trying here. This was crazy. I've been working on this for like a half an hour trying to get it back, get everything up and running, and I finally did. So I'm pretty excited about that. Pretty happy about that. But at the same time, I am trying to reach out because people might have been trying to get on and we weren't live. So we are looking with see if I can grab a few of the dominants that were interested in being on the show tonight. So just bear with me while I continue to see if I can grab a couple of people. Appreciate your patience. This is it's our new time, but it's like, okay, well, we're going to wind up starting to talk at our regular time. So, but we are making this attempt to see if we can't grab a couple more people, if possible. We got somebody. Let me see. Hey, Stacks. Hey, welcome. Oh, hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me? We can't hear you if you're talking. So Stacks, if you're talking, make sure your microphone is connected. I can hear you. I'm gonna give a couple more minutes, guys. I do apologize. We did have some technical difficulties a little earlier trying to get this show up. I was having a big update for whatever reason, and we simply just could not get into the program. So slowly but surely, we are getting this conversation rolling. Oh, Stacks, come back. Let's try it again. Hello. Hi, Stacks. Can you hear? We still can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
There
Okay.
you go.
This is the app.
Felt like we just made a
never used
commercial.
before. I'm like, hold up, what? Hold on. There's technical difficulties.
Honey, don't worry. I've had them all night. I'm like, what is going on? Really? Oh my gosh. I was like, okay, that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna do a part 2. Cause no, we're not gonna let the devil win on this one. No. And now my computer, and now it's doing something crazy. I think we got it there. All right. Okay. Got a couple people listening. We will definitely be doing this one next week again, guys, so I don't have to worry about what the show will be about next week. we are having issues all the way around, but we don't let a little thing like issues stop.
That part.
Oh my goodness. Well, we'll just go ahead and get started. If some other folks pop on, that would be great. I do know that Miss Purple Rain is on her way. She had a little bit of emergency as well, so it's one of those days. So, Stacks, I definitely want to welcome you. Um, and then, hey, Lady Thunder, are you going to join us? I hope so. I
Hey,
gave you the link.
Ken.
I gave you the link, so make sure if you want to pop on with us, that would be great. So yeah. Thank you so much for joining us last minute kind of thing and just trying to get this together. Like I said, we'll do it again next week so that we can get it right. Every now and then, updates and don't always go well. And I have been having internet issues here, and I just got new equipment, and I'm still having some slight issues. So hopefully, um, we can get to the bottom of this and make sure everything is working properly next week. But I want to welcome everybody to another marvelous Monday on Juicy Tales Erotic Chat. I am your hostess with the mostest, Ms. Juicy. You all are in bed with me. You're in bed with me. The more the merrier. So I'm gonna have a good time. We have a great topic for you all this evening, and want to thank everybody near and far for joining us. If you miss any of the show, you can listen to it on our platforms. I am definitely on YouTube. You can listen to it on Facebook here. You can listen to it. I think Purple Rain has a few channels as well on YouTube, so you can't miss a moment. And make sure you catch up with some of the older shows as well. So, got a lot going on. As everybody knows, EEE tickets are on sale for the Ebony Erotic Experience happening May 30th and 31st in Indianapolis, Indiana. It is Erotic Arabian Nights. You definitely want to be in the house for this event. We are excited. We are in a space that has 10,000 square feet of plain ordinary debauchery. Okay? Plain ordinary debauchery. So make sure you get your tickets. Here comes Lady Thundercat. Hello. Can you hear us? There she is. There she is. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Hello.
There she is.
Yes, today was self care day, so I'm sitting here unwinding with my honey right now.
Okay.
So we're just vibing. We both had a really long day today, so just having some cigars and talking right now.
Uh,
Mhm.
well, thank you for coming on and giving us
Thanks
a
for
little bit of
having me.
your time. We've got Stacks got us with us as well.
Hey, Stacks. Hey, Queen.
And
Hey,
then,
love.
oh, my phone. That was my phone. Sorry, let me turn that on mute. Because people will tend to have a conversation with me while I'm doing something else. So I just wanted to welcome you, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And Miss Purple Rain will be joining us shortly. And we're going to do this again next Monday night because we had technical difficulties getting on the air and getting the information to everybody that wanted to be honest with us. So we'll make sure that that doesn't happen next week and we can do this again because this is a great topic. And so we are talking tonight about female dominance, about our world, how we do shit, okay? And what we require and what is required of us. And I wanted to talk about this topic because I know that in the BDSM world, um, a lot of people have a lot of ideals or thoughts or concepts of what um, this life is actually about. And some of it is close, Some of it is right on, but a lot of it ain't even in the ballpark. I mean, I think it's something they've seen on a movie and or seen in porn, or they've seen 50 shades of gray or whatever, and they tend to think that this is how this life is going to be. And a lot of times we see a lot of this lifestyle from the male perspective. And the male perspective, when I say the male perspective, I'm saying the dominant male perspective. And we don't always see it from the female dominant female perspective. So I wanted to talk to some female dominants that are in this lifestyle and let them share with everyone um, the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, the things that they require, so that people can finally understand a little more about what it's like to be a female dominant. So we have a couple of ladies with us this evening, and myself, and we've got a couple more hopefully that will be joining throughout the conversation. And love to get some questions, especially from our guys that are on listening in tonight. Um, so, ladies, let us start with you, Miss Stacks. Tell everyone a little bit about who you are and a little bit about your dominant side.
I wasn't ready. I'm not gonna lie.
Surprise!
Look, tonight I was like, oh, I'm just gonna be listening to a lot of women and just here to listen. Um, I've been doing it about going on 9 years. Um, my inspiration, the person that got me interested into doing all this, was watching Mr. D, Sir D now Hart. I seen her at a party, and she owned the whole hotel. She owned everybody in every room. The power was so sexy and uplifting. And I was like, I told my homegirl, I was like, I want to do that. Like, I want that. And she was like, okay. She was like, we're gonna get you a mentor. We're gonna show you things. We're gonna teach you things. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it the right way. We're gonna vet you. And we're gonna go from there. And um, we dove in head first. Um, Now I'm highly requested. I do wax play. I do forced orgasms. I perform in front of vanilla crowds as well as LS crowds. I do showcases. I do private events, parties, electrical. Right now, I'm in the process of doing rope learning and stuff. Um, Hopefully, sooner or later, fire comes along. I do sensual. I do massages. I do sensory deprivation. I'm really big into kink and fetish play with private people if they want to, couples. Um, they want to try stuff and don't know how to go about it. So I'll meet with them one on one, show them how to slowly get into it. Um, she might want to get peed on, or he might want to get pegged or something. I'll instruct them on how to proceed with getting that together. Because, like you said, watching the videos, watching the weird movies. Oh, I have ran into a bunch of couples that hurt themselves. They physically hurt themselves. I had a young lady. She had her husband pour a wax candle, a regular house cold candle, on her, burnt a hole in her behind. The wick fell off. Um, so with me, I love learning. I plan on continuing learning. Um, but I don't claim to know everything. I just have a passion for what I do know, and a care for pleasing, as well as my sadist side comes out. But I just all around enjoy the power it has for women, because we're taking back our sexuality. It's
Okay.
a confidence for us. We're taking back our control. We say what you can and cannot do with your permission because you are in charge to give us your body. But it's something about just someone willing, hey, can you please do this for me? And then succeeding with doing that for them is it's art for me. It makes me happy. It brings me joy. It brings me a nut. I love it. I can never see myself letting it go. I just want to go farther, learn more. I love watching Kat. I love watching Leah. I love watching so many ladies, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm not the only one. I'm in North Carolina, and I felt like I was the only one. I'm like, I love watching everybody. It's just so beautiful. One of my dreams, future conference with every woman just performing, just a room for the women controlling everything. Because I'm always performing with the guys, and it's always just me by myself, the girl. But I would love a event where it's just nothing but female doms, just inks dro.
Okay. Okay. And that could very possibly be being done
I like that one.
in May. I'm very close to it. I think pretty much that's what's going on in May at in Indianapolis. There's a lot of
As of
women.
right now, we got all female doms coming. Yeah,
Yep,
Oh,
all
okay.
females.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that information. I ain't see that one. I need that information.
I got you,
See, so Lady Thundercat, would you like to share,
Lady
Daddy?
Thundercat.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you? Hey, beautiful.
Good,
Looking
good.
gorgeous.
Hello.
Man.
Thank you. So for me, as most people know, I started off as a slave, a submissive, S type. And again, I'm still a switch, but we're talking about my dominant side. So for people who do know me as a submissive and they now see me as a dominant, they feel like they could try to turn me out, or oh, I can make you be submissive, and then I'm like, well, watch this. So that is what kind of gets me going in regards to my dominant side. Like, let me really show you what dominance looks like. Let me show you what sadism looks like. Let me show you how it really goes down for me. I do identify as a shapeshifter, a bitch, and a tyrant. Um, I do say a tyrant because if anybody who knows me knows, hey, you need to go do this, you need to go do this, you need to go do this, and you need to go do this. And half the time people don't even know me, but I'm running around and I'm getting shit done. um, so I do identify as a tyrant now, and like arm candy, because I just simply exist. I am a sadist, a heavy top. I can be sensual. I can be fun and playful, but I prefer the more darker side of the fetish world or the sadism world. I play hard as a bottom, and I like to play hard as a top. Um, so I do heavy impact, flogging, wax, fire, bondage. I'm still learning rope. I do know some ties, some restraints. I don't suspend. Electric play. My mentor, Sir Token, he is very, very, very well known for his electric play here out in Indianapolis. So being taught electric play, honing in on that. Um, Again, fire. He drove when I first went on into my mentorship. He drove fire into my head. He drove wax into my head. Safety, first aid, dungeon monitoring is another thing that I'm well known for. Creating those safe environments where people can have those um, more crazier, heavier scenes that you wouldn't see in your typical dungeon and not be judged for that. What else? Pegging, butler. Currently, I am doing butler training. I now have a butler, so I'm working on that and getting him trained. And he's been here. He's been hands on. So I'm learning how to do that through some mentors and some teachers of mine. He's learning how to be a butler through some peers of his and through me. So I'm now currently going through that, being a head of household. Um, the list goes on. I'm now a leather woman, a vice president of GLPE, Great Lakes Power Exchange, and the list kind of just the list could go on forever. But yeah, that's it for me.
That was a lot. That was a
I
lot.
do a lot in
She's
my
so cute.
community. I was literally like, after my dynamic ended a year ago, I was literally like thrown to the wolves. Like, you were not supposed to be a submissive anyway. I don't know how many times I heard that. Like, you were way too much of a bitch. You were way too much of a brat. You did what you wanted to do anyway. You didn't have no business. You didn't have no business trying that anyway. So I did try, and it was a really good experience, and I had some really good learning curves from that. But ultimately, again, learning myself and learning that, yeah, I'm very aggressive and I'm very dominant and I'm very domineering in a way. Um, so, but yeah, I was thrown to the wolves. Uh, Literally, I
And that's
had.
her story, and she's sticking to it.
Yeah, I mean, Mrs. Rain can speak. I had event after event after event. I was getting booked for parties, private sessions, classes, swinger events, hotel takeovers, um, shows. I was anything you could think of. Somebody was messaging me to come do it. There was a point in my life where for almost 4 or 5 months straight, I had something to do every single weekend.
Yep.
I was
I,
like,
I vouch for that.
yeah. So when I say it took
Same.
off, it took off for me. Whether it was I had to be at a leather class or a leather meeting, I had to do a show, I had to do a party, I had to do a one-on-one class for a couple. I was doing a podcast. I'm doing a live, and I was never not busy doing kink, BDSM, or fetish.
But it was in you and it was meant for you. That was your destiny. So you think it was a spiral, but it was done the way it was supposed to be.
Yes, thank you. And now I can finally like woosah and take a break and let other people
Yep.
let other people have it because Auntie side.
But you took a
Romeo
journey.
did not
You
think
took
that was expensive.
you took but you took a journey to get where you are, which is, I think, a lot of what a lot of people, when you're truly into something, I think you have to take a journey. You
Mhm.
have to go through some things to get to some things, especially to find your own truth and find where you fit in a certain lifestyle. So for myself, I'm a switch. I am primarily known as a submissive. However, um, I have a truly uh, evil is the best way to describe her, alter ego. And
Did you just say she's evil? Dominique is not evil.
I feel Dominique is evil. I feel she is. I feel she can be.
She's my best friend. I like her.
Hey, Lorenzo. Um, and I feel she's also the protector of all the other sides of me.
Mhm.
And she's my strength. And she doesn't take any shit. So she's the side of me I feel that is very sadomasochism. That definitely is her. She loves to inflict pain. Um, but she does it in a, I think, I don't know, I think it's a different way. Um it's not as uh out in the open. It's
Mhm.
very much very targeted. Uh, and that's one of the things, since I've been away from this lifestyle and I'm coming back into it, my accuracy is what I'm now currently working on. And I was very, very accurate. And I know I'm going to get that back because it's coming slowly but surely. I'm using my balloons. I'm working with my balloons. And I think that for me, that was one of the things that I prided myself on is the accuracy of striking someone and knowing that I can, if if it is mutually agreed upon, draw blood, um, or leave marks, trophies. Um, Truly enjoy doing some of those things, and I'm definitely heavy-handed, and enjoy that. Um, but I also do it in a way that is, I don't know, I guess you could say it's a little. Someone said that I was once. I'm a torturous. Torture is. It's like a mistress, a torture is. So, um, trying to, and I want people to understand that all of this is consensual. Please understand that. That's the one thing I think a lot of people don't get out of what we do at all. They do not understand that the people that are receiving whatever it is that we're dishing out, this is what they enjoy, and they enjoy receiving it, and we enjoy dishing it out. So it's consensual across the board,
Mhm.
and a lot of folks don't see that. The other thing that I want to say that I really don't do a lot of with my slaves, and my slaves, I have a particular category, and I have what I, you like what you like. um my preference is older white men over white males, that feel that Black women are the queens of the earth. Um, those are the ones that I get the most pleasure out of marking. Um, the other thing that I don't do, um, because I do a lot of this privately. A lot of people don't know about it, don't have never seen me do anything because it was all private back in the day. It was not all out in the open, kind of like it is now. It was privately done because people went to work, the next day. And that's why I had so much accuracy, because I did know people had to go to work. People that I had ran businesses, were CEOs, and they can't walk around with, you know, marks all over their neck or in places that people can see. They wanted to keep it secret. They wanted to keep it. That was part of the fantasy. That was part of the hype for it. They could secretly go in the bathroom and look and see a mark and button their shirt back up and go back and do their day. Um, it's a lot different nowadays. It's a lot more open. It's a lot more out there. But what I'm finding by it being out there is there's a lot of misconceptions and a lot of misinformation. So, excuse my heat. My heat just kicked in. I know you guys can probably hear it in the background. But it's really, really important that we set the record straight and we make sure that people understand that everything that we do is consensual.
Mhm.
If somebody says no, it's a stop. We stop doing whatever it is that we're supposed to be doing, or whatever it is. We may reevaluate the scene, or we may, whatever the case may be, we may, have a few moments to take a pause. But a lot of people, I feel, look at BDSM from the entertainment standpoint, and I mean that by watching movies or porn, or and they feel that that's how it's supposed to be. I don't wear a corset with my slaves. I could be dressed in some baggy clothes. I can be comfortable, but a lot of people, they see you dressed in heels and corsets. And if I have to put a corset on, well, first I got to put on a waist trainer, and then I got there's a lot that goes behind what I have to wear. I'm beating somebody's ass. I don't know if I have to put all that on.
Facts.
Somebody.
If I can't breathe, you ain't gonna be able to breathe either.
I don't know if anybody else feels like that, but if I got to put all that on, it may not be
Baby,
a
if
good
my
day for you.
boobs,
Or it might
if
be.
my
It might
boobs
be.
gotta
It might be a great day.
suffocate, if I gotta suffocate my boobs, I gotta suffocate you. Like, no, that's why I don't.
Stacks, we
My
can't
titties
quite
are
hear you.
too big for me to be trying to put them damn things on, and you think I'm gonna be comfortable beating your ass? No, I'm gonna get mad, and then, I'm gonna forget where I'm at, what I'm doing, and I'm gonna beat your ass for real. No. Mm-mm.
But a lot of people got this imagery um that this is what you're supposed to wear. I'm like,
That's why
I
people are
man,
wear I
surprised that I
wear
show
that
up in
out.
tutus.
I don't wear that to beat people. I need to be able to move.
mhm.
Yeah, that's why I have the whole, like, I'm a girly girl. I love makeup. I do makeup, professional
Hmm.
makeup, and I do hair, and I'm licensed. So my thing was, before I got into BSM, was makeup, nails, hair, girly girl. So I was like, yo, I have to be me. I have to be who I am. I have to wear the colorful tutus. I have to wear the bright shirts. I have to wear the colorful outfits to work it. And people be looking at me like, but that's not a dominatrix. Like,
You sound like my
what are
twin.
you doing? And I be
I
like,
need to
bitch,
meet you
I'm
because
me.
you sound like my twin.
And they'll all day long be like, oh my God. Like, the first event, they was just like, oh my gosh, she's so adorable. She looked like a Barbie doll. I had a bright pink tutu, colorful tutu on, and the colorful hair, and they were so happy and so in love. And then they got in that room, it was like, oh bitch. Um I'm respectfully, bitch.
Right.
I love you, but I hate you at the same time. So
That
now the ladies have nicknamed me Miss Torture. And I'm like, I don't be tortured. Yeah, the fuck you do. Once you take that tutu and shit off and you put that other outfit on, ma'am, I gotta mentally prepare to deal with you because the shit you do, you sure you ain't gay? I'll be like, yes, I am sure. Just a little bit.
But it's
Down
so
there.
much. But don't you feel like people have a perception of what we're supposed to look like, or what we're supposed to be? And I guess part of this tonight is about trying to make sure that people understand that all female dominants are not made alike. Okay, we are not. And we are not about to conform to something that we are not.
They get that idea from all those movies, like you said, the movies and the TV shows and the web. Soon as I say look it up or educate yourself, they go and they see the white lady with the whole leather and whipping. You putting that on for me? No, I am not. No, sir. You think all this titty and all this body gonna get? No, I am not. I'll be done passed out before I even no. Mm-mm.
She said passed out.
I'll be done passed out. They want me to put the leather on. No, I've
And
been.
see
Mm-mm.
me, that's where I'm the opposite. I'm gonna put that shit on.
You
Anybody
smaller
who
than
knows
me.
me
Put that
knows
shit on.
my
You're
corset.
smaller
My
than me. Put
corsets
that
be
shit
having
on.
my titties and my chin, and I do my thing, and I be boned, and I be boned up, you know, and I be corseted up and tied up or whatever. And then half the time when I'm done, I be naked with my socks on, and then and you never know what you're gonna get from me. I mean, anybody who's ever seen me in a
Oh, I think
dungeon
you're
or
so
working
beautiful.
in a
I said,
dungeon.
oh, what I tell you last time? Oh, I wish I could wear a corset. I have 5 corsets in my closet that are brand new, still in the pack because I ordered them all the way to a size 7. And my titty said, bitch, no, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, I mean, you
So
get
my
once
titty
you
say
wear it
no.
down, you'll get comfortable. You just gotta get used to it. You gotta get used to it, but For me,
Gotta be able to
I
pose
just
it
wear
first.
whatever makes me feel good or whatever makes me look good, or if there's a theme, whatever matches that theme, that's what I'm putting on. But most of the time, it's a corset or some type of leather because again, now I'm part of the leather community. So I do have to, like, for example, if I wear my leather vest or my leather cut, I have to have on leather boots. Like that's mandatory. Like I cannot not have on a certain type of attire if I'm wearing my vest. I can't just have on just anything. There are certain um, rules or protocols that we have to follow. So it really depends. Again, it really depends on the person because that's where I differentiate. I don't mind. For me, that's where I feel sexy. That's where I feel like you want me to put on this latex stuff. Well, baby, I'm gonna cover myself in water and lube, and I'm gonna put this shit on, and I'm gonna beat you. If that's what you want, then I have no problem giving that to you because 9 times out of 10 I probably want it too. But that's kind of where I differentiate because I like that kind of stuff. I like to feel sexy and empowered. I want to be, and sometimes they say, pain is beauty. It's for me, I can work and be uncomfortable. Even when I was like, even when I was a submissive and I was required to, wear certain attire during service and I'm running around and this shit is uncomfortable, it's something that I've gotten used to on both sides of the slash. So it
Okay.
doesn't, for me, it doesn't really bother me. But again, I mean, I don't know. I'm also
It's
a lot younger too.
it's not so much, I guess for me, it's not so much a bother as it is I don't want everyone to think that that's what every dominant wears or that's what makes you a dominant is because you're wearing a certain type of outfit. Um, Now, when I teach, if I'm out in public or if I'm doing something like that and they ask for me to show up, I will be in full regalia. I will, you know, but I wear, if I'm teaching, I wear a white blouse. If I'm dominating, it's purple, it's black and purple. So I do my own things, I think, and I think all of us do. And I think we all have our own way of categorizing or dressing to handle our position. I just want people to understand that there are levels and there are different ways that some of us portray who we are. We've got a couple of good questions in the comments over
And
here.
I
Um,
also think too, if I can say, um, especially in the POC community, we all have this thing where we create our own identity,
mhm.
right? So, for example, I'm gonna speak on Mistress Leah. Mistress Leah is known for wearing those big ass hats. If you see that big ass hat, you know that that's Mistress Leah. You're not gonna see. You might see the corset or the leather and latex, or if you see stacks and you see the 3-layer tutu and the big titties, you know that's her. If you see Mistress Rain and the blonde hair, whether it's bald, whether it's a wig, whether it's a pixie cut, whether it's a mohawk, you know if you see this 6'1" stallion with blonde hair, you know that that's her. So I think especially in the POC community, we have this thing where we create our own identities, whereas in other communities, they all typically tend to look the same or dress the same or shop the same, or they follow these certain sets of rituals or protocols. Because even for me, even when I'm in my leather, I'll still have on a neon. I might have on a neon green corset with my leather on, cause that's just my identity. You know that's me. I'm not wearing a t-shirt and jeans. Not happening.
I
So
agree.
I think just for us as black women, we like to create our own identities or
Mhm.
people of color, we have our own thing going on.
We got a couple of comments and questions over here, so let me get to some of those. Romeo stated and asked. He says, though creating the atmosphere is just as important as is create. I guess creating the atmosphere. Is it just as important an aspect to the experience?
For me personally, I love to give the whimsy, colorful theme when I do my setup. A lot of people like, oh, you like I did a Christmas thing. Decorate my table, decorate me, decorate my equipment with Christmas themed stuff because most of the time I'm thrown into situations where there's new people, vanilla events, and people are intimidated by such strong presence of just the all black. They kind of shy away from the hard implements. I probably put them to the side for the real ones, the vets later. But I like to give people a comfort, and they be like, "Oh, so pretty," and they come and they look at it. It's like, "Oh, okay, you got snacks, you got your water, you know. Oh my god, okay." And then they come and they're just curious, and then it gives them a comfort to come to me and be like, "Oh, okay, she's nice." Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
Man,
Yeah, come on. Let me whisper something sweet in your ear while you take a lollipop or some candy real quick, and then once I get you on this table and rub you down real nice, then I'm gonna torture you later. But yeah, let me get your trust first. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But I do like to give the women and the men more comfort, and they be like, "Oh, she looks friendly," which I am. But I don't go too hard on my newbies. I don't.
mm,
Mm-mm. Not at first.
um, for me, I'm more of a sensual sadist. I bring the pain, but I bring it in this way. Like my thing is men, getting men to get on these tables. Cause women are all for it. They're like, yes, 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 bring it to me. I want to try something new. It's getting the men to come out of their comfort zone to get something new. So I tend to be sexy, bright colors. I got the blonde hair. I try to look like a not a black Marilyn Monroe, but a black Marilyn Monroe, if you get what I'm saying. So I bring that sensuality side. But then once I get my hands on them, it's a whole nother thing, and they want
Hmm.
more. So they want more. So I try to bring that sensuality to reel them in. And a lot of the ones that get on my tables at events are men. And a lot of them are brought over by their wives and their girlfriends. He's
Hmm.
afraid to try this, but we saw how gentle you were. So he wants to try with you. And I pride myself on that. I love bringing pain, but it's not what I'm known for. Most of my pain and my torture comes in private scenes with subs that personally, like my older white men or, people that want to just be personal. Those personal sessions. I don't really do it in public. So,
okay, we've got just to be clear, this is from Sincere Chaos. Just to be clear, are you dominants or dominatrixes slash pro doms?
I'm a dominant.
Um, I'm a dominant, but when I had slave, okay, it for me it's the setting, it's the atmosphere, it's the process of what I'm doing. If
Yep.
if I have a private person and they're wanting a mistress or a goddess to serve, I am a dominatrix then because I am making you do stuff. I am punishing you. I am putting you under contract. I am doing those things of service that you want or asking of me. That's when I'm your dominatrix. When I am at a event, when I am at a booking, something like that, I'm just dominant. I'm just in control of the area I'm in, the room I'm in, the moment. Um, I'm of service to the people that are there, paying me for a massage, whatever. at that moment I am dominant. I'm just in control. Um,
Yeah.
but that's for me. For me, it's if I have a sub slave dominatrix mode, because you require different things from that person as far as you behave, your check-ins, your contracts, uh safety goes all the way around with regardless if you're performing or private. um but like I say, it's different atmosphere for everybody, because some people consider themselves pro doms and not dominatrix, or either or. I
Yeah.
feel like I have the two. When I'm not performing and I have private, I am a dominatrix. When I'm
And
performing, I'm just
see,
a pro dom.
and I think for me is the well, yeah, then what you just said at the end is the same for me. So in general, I'm a dominant. I mean, I have my submissive switch side, my service side. Service is my love language, so that's always going to be a part of me. But I'm a dominant. Now, my pro dom side, I've never considered myself a dominatrix, but I do consider myself a pro dom. But that's usually when I'm hired at an event, at a party. That's just a different side to me. It's a little bit more professional. But in life with my subs, I am a dominant and not necessarily a dominatrix because I have a house, and I am part of another house, like, in my dealings and my everyday life and my check-ins and my mentorship. So for me, that's just what the difference is. Um, so yeah, if that helps explain a little bit sincere chaos.
And,
Hey, Papa Joe. Hey, Mama J. Hey, Tween.
and I would say for myself, I'm pretty ditto with the ladies. I'm out in public, like when I'm at a public event or I'm hired to be a dominatrix, to look the part, and to talk about this lifestyle. I teach the sensual side of domination. Um, I think that Purple Rain and I are very, very similar in that. But I work with women. I teach women the sensual side of being submissive, and a lot of times I am in full regalia when I do that. And once again, if I have on a white blouse, I'm teaching. If I have on a purple blouse, I'm working. So there's a little bit of a difference. And then privately, I'm definitely a dominant. And I just have that side that and you have to also remember I'm older. That's one other thing that might be different than myself and others. I come from been in this lifestyle for over 30 years. So I'm kind of old school, I guess you could say, with how things are done. But I do understand the importance of definitely talking about this lifestyle, especially for people of color, making sure that they understand that this is not um, it's not a bad thing, and that it can definitely enhance romance. It can also um, bring out some things about you that you maybe didn't know that you enjoyed or you liked, and it can also be something that can on a negative side. I hate to bring it up, but I do because I've been in that situation. It can bring out trauma, but it can also be very healing at the same time if you're with the right dominant, someone that can recognize trauma. Um, and some of our trauma is deep rooted. Some of our trauma may not have happened to us, it may have happened to our ancestors. And to be able to be in touch with that, which I am, because I'm also an empath, it it it's a little different. It's a little different. But I think we all kind of agree on a lot of what we do. We just maybe possibly do it. I think Lady Thundercat put it best. We kind of do it all with a little bit of a different flavor to it, so to speak. We add our own spin
Mhm.
to what we do, and we don't knock what others or how someone else may do something. unless it's unsafe.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then probably we would step in or say something. Um,
So I'll speak for me because again, this is where I differentiate. Uh, I do not identify as again a dominant. I identify as a tyrant or a dictator or authoritarian, whatever you want to call it. Just for the simple fact of the matter that I don't have full responsibility of someone, and I have no desire to have full responsibility over someone. So I think that it's also what differentiates the two. So if you want to call me a dominatrix, yeah, I guess that's what you can call it because the difference between a dominant and a dominatrix or a pro dom is money and the amount of commitment, right? As from what I was told. Just to make a long story short, because I can ramble on about it all day. Um, for me, I like to provide the service, receive the service, debrief, aftercare. We may talk, go over some things, and then we go our separate ways. Um, I don't want to own you. I don't want to tell you what to do. I don't want to check in with you. I don't want you checking in with me. Um, so if you want to call it a dominatrix, then fine. But uh, but again, it's kind of where I differentiate because or maybe I could be a top. Um, but for me again, the top is from what I was told, that is a LGBTQ term. That is for the
Mhm.
person that is giving in a sexual um, relationship. So um, again, yeah, but that is where I may differentiate from the three of you ladies because I don't uphold any of those type of
Right.
responsibilities. Yes, I do have responsibilities to my community. Yes, I have responsibilities to those that serve me, but I don't own them. And they don't
Right.
report to me and they don't check in with me and I don't check in with them. So that may be where I
There's not a
differentiate.
contractual
Yeah, it's
dynamic.
not a contractual dynamic. It's not a romantic dynamic.
Right.
And honestly, it's not even a DS dynamic. It is a I'm giving you a service, you're giving me a service. We're helping each other meet each other's needs, and we're going on about it about our ways.
Mhm.
But the thing is, there may or may not be that financial exchange.
Right. And I agree with you on that. I think that's in the same place that I'm at. Mainly because I don't have any submissives at the moment. At one point in my journey I did though. And I we checked in with each other and mentally, even though financially I wasn't obligated to that person, mentally we were obligated. And I checked in with them and made sure that they were okay and made sure they had things that they needed. If they went with me to the events, I took care of all of their needs while they were serving me. Um, and I was that that head of house.
Some sincere says, so what responsibilities would a dominant have outside of play? Um, a long list, whatever. Honestly, whatever you negotiate,
that's
it,
I
Yeah,
was gonna say that's
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
negotiable.
whatever
negotiation.
you be
that's
surprised what
complete
responsibilities,
negotiation.
what responsibilities that some S types ask for. But I will say, a responsibility that you have as an adult is to make sure that you are being safe, sane, and consensual.
Mhm.
Outside of that is everything else is up for negotiation. If the responsibility is you come in and I need you to give, per se you have a little and you got to give your little a bath every night. That is a responsibility that you have for your little.
Yep.
So some of the responsibilities can be, you got to tuck my stuffies in at night. It could be as ridiculous as that. I'm not calling it ridiculous, but it could be anything.
The biggest thing with that though, chaos, is to when it comes to dominant responsibilities or even S type responsibilities, again, like she said, it's all based on the dynamic and what you negotiate. But like some examples of that could be if the dynamic itself is like a live-in situation, one person has financial responsibility to take care of the other, and it's usually the dominant over the submissive because the submissive is in house and they may or may not work because they're in the house taking care of household responsibilities.
And I can speak for
Which
like
was my
me.
situation. My
Mhm.
former submissive lived with me. Um, they cooked, cleaned, nanny to my children, and I worked full time and I took care of the household and the financial responsibilities. So that was my responsibility, and the household chores and my children were their responsibility. So, and we weren't in a romantic dynamic situation, but that was those were the responsibilities of the house.
Or like
I
even
mean,
for
I just
me,
want to
like
get out
I
of my
don't.
adulting.
Oh
That
yeah.
sounds
Right.
good. I want to get out of my adulting.
Hmm.
Well, let me quit. I want to get out of this adulting over here.
Yeah. But like even for
Look,
me, even though
that sounds like
I
a deal.
don't
Let me look.
right, ain't that it?
Cause the adulting part over here, child. But
I'm sick of adulting too.
I look, I haven't had a slave or a sub in a while. But when I started out, it was, like she was saying, you take care of my needs, my errands, but I also made sure that mine were on top of their stuff. I had a
Yeah.
financial dominatrix situation where it was you want me to tell you when to pay your bills, how to pay your bills, what money you can have, what you do with your money. I ain't gonna lie, the money is good. The money is good. But financially, that is the most draining shit.
Ain't it though?
Whoa, when I said, oh, I was
I
like,
can
oh
do
yeah,
it.
he gonna do this. He gonna give me all his check. He gonna give me his money. But when I tell you, you are responsible for this man's money, that you can't make this man homeless because he gonna live with you, or he gonna be homeless and you gonna feel bad about yourself at the end of the day. But you literally have
Yeah.
to think about your income, his income, how many bills you have, how many bills they have. It got draining. I said that's the one I don't want. I don't want that one. Financial dominatrix. All these girls is bragging and making it sound like it's so easy and fun because they can take their money and tell them what to do with it. Baby, that I'm not evil. I'm not gonna
Those
make that
girls
man
are
homeless or not
glorified
pay
sugar
his
babies.
bills or child support. But
Yeah.
oh,
Those
child,
girls to me, the ones that brag and boast and all that, to me, those are glorified sugar babies.
they're giving out the wrong narrative about it, and it's just so bad because women are literally out here like, oh, I'm gonna be a dominatrix now. I'm a fin dom. But then they
Yeah.
like, oh, well, I take his whole check. But if you take his whole check and he don't pay his light or water bill or his child support, this man going to jail or he ain't gonna have nowhere to live. Y'all don't
That
think
part.
like that. Y'all just think about y'all money, y'all pockets, y'all wigs, y'all nails, the next trip to Aruba you gonna take. This man is
Without
giving you that
without him.
responsibility.
Wait, Aruba
Right,
without him.
right. This man is giving you that responsibility. That man or that woman is giving you that responsibility because they're the boss. This is what I tell him all I used to tell him all the time. He was the boss of a company every fucking day, 7 days a week. You don't get no break because you the boss. When he came to me, it was I don't want to be the boss no damn more. You tell me what to do, how to do. And
Mhm.
now it's like these young girls is taking advantage and just running with it, and it's gonna karma gonna bite them on the ass. But when I tell you the real findoms who do it, it's draining. It is
It
so
is.
draining. That's why I say you gotta know before you get into anything being controlled with it being in control of somebody else, you have to know mentally that you are prepared 100%.
And
Because
you gotta
someone is
have
trusting you with
yourself
their
together
life.
too.
Yeah, someone that trusts you with their life to tell them what to do, how to do it in some form or fashion. If it's like she said, tuck me in. you better make sure you tucking them right, because if you tuck them uncomfortably, you could do something wrong. You could cause trauma. You could cause mental issues. You have a young lady who don't like to be yelled at, but she's a baby. They're called babies. They're called brats. They're called littles. Some of them like to be yelled at. Some of them don't. You can do certain things to people. You have to be mindful of your responsibility as well as their responsibility. As your responsibility as an adult and a dom, hey, this person I gotta make sure is safe, hydrated, well taken care of, healthy, such and such, such that. That's why I
Did you,
say people
did
been
you
playing
eat?
with it.
You take your medicine? You go to
Yeah, like
therapy?
people been
Like,
playing with it. People been
it's a
playing with
Well,
lot.
it
and
so
I
bad
think,
because they're like, I control you. I control you. I tell you what to
but
do.
here's the
And then
thing.
what
Here's
if
the
they got
thing, ladies.
seizures? What if they got
Re-
epilepsy? You
But
don't even know if they got
remember,
epilepsy or seizures.
we're not reaching one, teaching one either. So you've got a lot of dominance or people that, as Lorenzo would so wonderfully say, the Amazon doms, the nine
Timu,
ninety
I call
Timu
nine,
them
Dom.
Timu Dom.
the dollar
Not the
ninety
Timu
nine.
Amazon.
I
Dom.
call them
Hold
Timu
on. You got
Dom.
I call them Timu now. The Timu Downs.
Timu Dom. That's what I call them.
I call them
Timu,
Timu
the
Downs.
5 and 10, the
Dom.
5 and dime dimes. You've got those running around out here um that are not, they're not, I don't even care if you're trained. They just don't even have any common sense. And they're just they're just out
Yeah.
here kind of willy-nilly doing whatever. And um making it very difficult for those of us that have done this for a long time, or those of us that are doing it correctly, because a lot of people want to get into this lifestyle because of what they've seen by Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody's, oh well, I'm a dom. No, you're not. Man, as soon as some guy tells me he's a dom, I can sense whether you are really a dom or not. And as soon as I'm around you for like 2 minutes, I can tell that you're not. And it's a
Honey,
If
complete,
they tell me they're a Dom, I don't listen.
yeah, it's a complete and
I
total
got
turn on.
I could add this conversation to my page, but I literally got a text message yesterday that said I'm a master. And I was like, hey, hello, how you doing? Like, kiss my ass, something. This dude literally messaged me said, I'm a master. I said, okay, master of what?
Right.
Of women's body. What's your
It
safe
be the
word?
ones that be like,
Why
I'm
do
a
you
master,
what
and
I
they
said
be
I'm
like
not
22
submissive. What are
years
you talking
old.
about?
They be
He
22
said,
and
here's
they
my
be
number.
hollering
I
they
just want to hear you
master.
say the safe word. I said, what makes you a master? Cause I please women's bodies. That's all you have to say, sir? That's all you have to say. No, I do this. I do this for all
And
women.
delete.
The baby, delete, block, gave him a
Right.
whole paragraph of you are just the biggest idiot in this
First of
world. First of
all,
all, we on a dating site. And I ain't got nothing on the dating site say I'm in the
And
BDSM or
delete.
nothing.
They probably know
and
who
he
you
just out
are.
of nowhere
No,
was like, I'm
listen,
a
Right.
master.
listen. They
I'm over
barely
here
be the
trying to be a
master of their
wholesome lady on
abilities,
my other
girl.
page. Look, I'm over there being wholesome on my other page with the
See,
natural face. And this man talking about I'm a master. Good for you, sir. A master of being the
Uh-uh.
biggest idiot I know.
There you go. Lorenzo
that would have
says,
been, you know what? I don't even think I would have asked him any. I think I just would have deleted him at that point. I
Girl,
just
no,
would have
I
been
wouldn't
it's,
have
like,
played because
he
girl,
would have
they
got
they
crickets. He would have got
no,
crickets.
it's so entertaining. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, the next time a
no,
man
it can
messages me, ask
definitely be
them.
entertaining. I get that.
Listen, the next time a man asks enter your inbox, say, "How can I help you today?" When I tell you that conversation gonna go so left, girl, you gonna get so many chuckles for the rest of the week. It was a young lady on my Facebook. She said, "Stop saying hello and hi back. Say, how may I help you today?" When I say babe, we done turned into a whole series. Me and the young lady done turned into a whole series. It is the most funniest thing. It's the funniest thing when men have to say.
So here
Lorenzo
in
states
Indy, once a month,
a lot
they do
can't
a
even
thing.
take
Oh,
care of themselves before you attempt to take care of others.
ain't that it?
Oh yes,
Hmm.
because I
Sincere
used to
Chaos
have a
asked
sub.
another question. First of all,
This is
Sincere Chaos, do not apologize for all the questions. That is what we are here for. We love
I'm
questions.
learning what does service as a dom mean to
Hmm.
you.
What does service as a dominant mean to you? Ooh, I like questions like
Ooh,
this. Service
ooh.
to me as a dominant is To me, it's the same as service when I was an S type and I was a baby and I was learning who I was. Service is service, whether on the dominant side, whether I'm dealing with a little and I'm making sure that they have their blankie for aftercare, or I'm at an event and there's little, because I love taking care of littles. I'm a little caretaker. Um,
Oh.
Making sure that they have their sippy cups, making sure they have pacifiers, making sure that there's stuffies around. Because I know what it was like to be that person and didn't have a caretaker. You sometimes you go to these events and a lot of littles, especially female littles, travel by themselves to go to these events and are unowned. They're navigating this space of age play and trying to figure out who they are, but they're so super independent in their everyday life that they've not gotten to the point of being in a dynamic yet. So to me, sometimes that service is acknowledging that they are around and making sure that they're okay. Sometimes my service can be when I'm servicing somebody on a table. Service sometimes also as a dominant for me is in my own relationships, making sure that my partners are okay, and that they have everything that they need. So I service is completely my love language. So service to me is everything, whether it's just as a regular person or as a dominant.
Service for me. Whew. Uh, Show wise, when I have somebody of service for me, and the show wise is basically helping me set up. Basically being my little assistant, but then they get their sessions or their services at the end of the day when they do a good job. Privately, it could be anything from washing clothes, running errands, writing an essay, paperwork. Uh, it can vary. Everybody's different. Everybody is different. Every
Mhm.
situation is different. Um, I have young ladies who purposely just, hey, can I be of service to you, Stacks? Can I help you set up at a station? Can I light your candles? Can I clean something? Can I wipe you down? Can I? So it all depends on who I'm around, what kind of event I'm in, um, and situation dynamic that we have for me.
Mhm.
And for me, I have to, the vetting process is starting to die away with people. I vet females and I vet men. Um, I can't say you want to be of service to me and you have no knowledge of nothing. As soon as you speak arrogant words, goodbye. Because I'm gonna ask you one main question: who's in control in a DS situation? As soon as they say Dom, have a nice day. Oh, I got the hold on. Oh, I thought that was your son coming
Stop
in.
moving here. I think for me, service, uh, mm, that's a toughie for me because I don't think of it as service. I think of it as as what we have negotiated. Um, I'm looking at the actual acts. Now, I had a very good and wonderful slave many, many years ago. He has since passed on. But the things that I learned from my slaves, especially my male slaves, is how much abuse they have taken from women. And that's something that we do not talk about in this country. Yes, we talk about the men abusing boys. Yes, we talk about the men abusing girls, little girls, young girls. But we do not talk about the women that abuse men. We even did a show on it. We had somebody very special and near and dear to our hearts that talked about this from the male perspective. But myself being involved in this world, I have seen and talked to and learned that there are a lot of men out there that have been abused and they have no avenue. they don't have anywhere to go and share that type of information with anyone or say anything about what has happened to them. So I do create a safe space for them to tell their story, um, to allow them to feel as normal as they possibly can, because there is no, sometimes there's no place for them to do that. Um, so if I'm in this lifestyle and I have the opportunity to help somebody, um, to know that they are not less than, then that's one of the reasons why I do it.
Mhm.
I
Because
think that's
we all have our zhuzh, as Siren used to say. We all have our own zhuzh. We all have our own things that we enjoy and that we like and that what makes us us. And sometimes that can be very difficult to show to other people. So it's real important that we do create safe spaces, um, within the realm of the lifestyle, within the different lifestyles that there are for people to enjoy and to embrace. I always say, I always end the show with enjoy, enlighten, and embrace eroticism, because it's different for everybody. What I enjoy, you may not. What somebody else enjoys, I may not. But that doesn't mean, look at that person funny or treat them horribly, because you never know what somebody's gone through. And this lifestyle gives people an opportunity to maybe do some things that are outside of what's considered normal or vanilla. Um, and they shouldn't be shunned or looked at differently because they have a different niche. Not everything is for everybody. I don't have to like everything that people do. That doesn't even have to. That doesn't just qualify for this type of lifestyle. It qualifies for my vanilla lifestyle as well. But if it's not for me, it's not for me. But when I'm in this lifestyle, I know that these people are here for a reason. And in a lot of instances, for me working with the men that I work with, a lot of them have been abused by women. Lucky me.
My service is to the community and to my peers. Um, yes, in ways when people do come service, me, for example, my butler, I don't own him, but he does come serve several times a week, right? But he often needs a safe space to come vent or to come down or to not be the boss or to not be in charge. So I provide, again, like Miss Jewcee said, a place for you to be able to just come and be vulnerable. He doesn't require much to be served. In order for him to feel fulfilled as a butler, as a midwife, is for him to have somewhere where he can come do his thing and be at peace with that.
Hmm.
Because as a black man and being submissive, as a black man and being ridiculed and shamed, he doesn't have somewhere where he can be himself openly.
Yeah, and it's not. I don't think. I think sincere chaos. Uh, we're all a little bit different, and I think maybe the terminology is different for some folks. But and my thought process, once again, I'm old school. Okay, I'm old school. I'm a dominant. I'm not here to serve. I'm here to be served. But
yes.
along with that, there comes the responsibility of making sure that the people that serve me are safe and they know they have a safe space. So in that way, I think that's the best way that I can describe it, as I'm not the one that's giving the service. I'm the one that is the dominant. But by the same token, I provide a safe space for those that serve me.
And when you say serve, there's different types of service.
Right.
I can be a service top. My service to you might be me giving you an over the knee spanking. My service to you might be me giving you a bath. My service to you might be cuddles. Those are all forms and acts of service.
Uh-huh.
But am I gonna come over and wash your dishes? No, you
No.
wash your own dishes.
And you gonna
Am I
watch
gonna come
mine
over and
too.
help you with your laundry? No, you wash your own laundry.
And then
So
come do mine.
And then
yeah,
come to my house
and
and
do
clean my
mine while you're
baseboards with
doing
a
yours.
toothbrush.
Work smarter, not harder. Whatever makes you happy, right?
Right.
But when you say so you don't serve your slaves, we are
Mm.
serving the S type. It just looks a little different.
Yeah.
Um, on top of that, um, lately in the last 2 years, like you said, with all the movies coming out, I've been getting similar to how he said that we don't service them. A lot of them have the notion that we're supposed to service them sexually because we're
Whew.
telling them what to do. I when I tell you my inbox be on point, I'm telling you the comical shit that happens is like, oh well, you get to tell me what to do, but that means I get to eat your pussy later, or you gonna let me fuck? What?
Right. Oh my God.
No, I
Huh?
can sit on
Like when I
you
tell
like a
you,
piece of furniture.
I'm talking anywhere from Fat Life, Fling,
Oh,
Facebook,
Jesus.
Instagram,
First of
Snapchat,
all,
Twitter,
we're
Facebook,
not gonna
even
even talk
Facebook
about Fet
dating.
Life. The
When I
amount
tell
of
you, they
the
really
amount of
think
booty
that
holes I see on a daily basis on Fet Life, I'm over it.
when they tell you, they think because we get to tell them what to do, that they get to service us sexually. Because the dude was like, "Oh, you don't sleep with your subs and submissives." I said, "No, you don't have to." It's like, "Yes, you do. You're supposed to be. You do what I say do." And this is at a party. Now, this one was at a party, so I had to. I'm sorry, y'all, I got out of character, but I wasn't on duty. But I choked that motherfucker up in that hallway in front of everybody. Grown ass man. That nigga said you're supposed to suck my dick and do whatever the fuck I say do because you service me. When I tell you I yanked that nigga up and nobody stopped me, sir, you
Boy,
gonna
yank
respect
them
me.
up too.
Sir, you gonna respect me. I am highly fucking known up in Virginia. Do not play with me.
Yeah,
And by the
my
end of the
Fet
night,
Life.
by the end of that motherfucking night, I schooled the fuck out of him in that hallway in front of everybody. And bitch, you was serving me like I told you were gonna do. Now go get my drink, bitch.
Yeah,
And the thing
the
of it is
amount
that a
the
lot of people, a lot of folks do think, and I'm happy you brought that up so much, um, because excuse me, so many people think that I don't have sex with my slaves.
I don't have sex.
We don't have
I
I
don't
don't have sex
never.
with my slaves.
You're not
Never.
touching a titty, a butt cheek, a coochie. You ain't smell it. You might kiss my toes and rub my feet, but that's about it.
Right. You not we don't have a lot of dominants that are females do not have sex with their slaves or their subs. That's not what they're in it for.
Mm-mm.
And a lot, and I have to admit, oh my God, yeah, Fet Life is like a cesspool now, and you get a laundry list of what all these quote unquote so-called slaves and subs want, and the laundry list is long. They'll go through how many is it, Purple Rain? How many boxes was it again?
over 150.
They
Huh?
will check every freaking box and think that they're going to find a dominant that can do 150 different things. Just
Oh wow.
Just
That's what I was
ridiculous.
like. That's what I was saying. My FetLife inbox is full of nothing but "Good morning, mistress. How can I sexually serve you today?" That what? There is nothing sexual on my list of stuff. You can be
Now
furniture
I
though. I can sit on you. You can come clean these baseboards. You can come clean this toilet. And when I tell them that's the type of service I'm looking for, then they're no longer interested.
yep.
Right.
This is not a sexual gonna be a sexual situation, sir.
Mm-mm.
And
At
see
all.
now I start saying, okay, I'm going to throw slave and I'm gonna throw sub out the window. I say beta now. I don't even want now. Beta is supposed to be a person interested in learning and being around a dominant person. You don't
Yep.
want nothing. You're supposed to not want nothing sexual. You just love being of service. A beta. When I tell you, I said, baby, stop calling yourself a beta. Just say you a horn dog. Just, just say you horny. You want a
That's
woman
what
and
they
you horny. You are
are.
not a beta.
But you
And I
know
said,
what?
And
you,
This what
yeah, I
messed
know
it
what a
up,
beta
Sap.
is, baby. Go. I need you to write that definition for me 300 times.
This what
Because
Mm-hmm.
you
messed it
don't
up.
know what a beta is, Suge, but you got it all over your bio. And then y'all got a whole group of so-called betas. And the betas is supposed to be of service to me. I just need y'all to come to events. You can get your little spanking or whatever after you're done serving, but you do not touch me sexually. You're not getting nothing sexual. Why are you gonna let me sleep with somebody at the party? What? You gonna hook me up with somebody? I'm like, y'all is lost y'all damn mind.
I'm gonna tell you what
Now
messed
I
it
only
up.
deal with female subs and slaves and stuff. Out the men, y'all still
mm.
playing.
What was you
The
about to say,
the
lady?
females bad too. But I'm
They
gonna tell you
are.
what
I
messed
ain't
it
had
up
a female.
though.
I ain't had a bad female yet. Don't wish that luck on me yet. I ain't been there yet.
That's because they
They
know
love
you
me.
straight, Stat. That's because they know you
No,
straight.
girl, I'm a pillow princess. I just don't eat coochie, but I'll fuck the shit out of you with that damn dildo and them damn toys. Ask about me, baby. I got wives and girlfriends in every damn state. I promise you, baby. They be fighting
And
over
I'm
me,
with you
honey.
when you right.
But hear me out. This is just my opinion and my opinion only. You get the newer femdoms who are looking for boy toys,
Mm-hmm.
oral submissives,
Mm-hmm.
cleanup crew. They are there are female dominants where they are only just like the men. Let me show y'all my face. Just like the men who are only dominant in the bedroom, right? They're only dominant in the bedroom. And it's the same thing with women too. So when the men approach the submissive men, just like the submissive females, because it's easier for a submissive woman to approach a dominant man and have a sexual innuendo or have a sexual request, and that request can be met, right? The male subs think it's the same. So we cannot, I mean, just I'm just playing devil's advocate too. We cannot dismiss the male subs that are sexual without addressing the female subs that are also sexual. As someone who is a female, as who is submissive sexually, I'm
I
just
ain't look.
saying,
I ain't met one. Look, I ain't met
we
one of
have
you
to
yet. But come
address,
on over here to this table.
yeah, we have to address both sides because it happens. It happens with male and female, but we cannot sit here and bash the men always just because not your experience. But I've experienced from men and women. I've seen
I've
it from men
experienced
and
both.
women, and
And
it's a
I've
lot
watched,
easier.
and even if it hasn't happened to me, I've watched from a distance some female predator S types that are looking for sex. Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
See now,
Let me not.
I
definitely.
witnessed it
Let me
in LS
behave.
parties.
So I'm just
I
so
witnessed it
I'm
at
just
LS
saying
parties.
we
I
can't
haven't
talk about the
witnessed it at a dom type thing.
men without
Well,
addressing the
the only
females
reason
too.
the only reason why I bring up the men is because mostly I get the men. I do get the men, but and I can say that based on what I get. Okay, so based on what I get the men.
I get a
Um,
lot of pegging requests on FetLife.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
just get creepy, and I'm like, did you read what I asked for? That
See, I
and
get it all. I get all
right.
of it.
and it's
Male, female,
I get the can you dress me up? Can we do wigs? Can we do makeup? I'm a cross dress.
same.
Like I get those.
I get it
And I'm
all.
like, come
They
on, bitch, let's
them.
go spend a check.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm with Lorenzo right now. Fat Life is an unsupervised dating site. I'm with
Stacks, I need to hang out with you. Where they at? I need a couple of them. I want to go spend a check on some wigs and stuff and
Honey,
dress them
that
up.
girl, they be in my inbox and be like, let's I took one. We went to City Trends, baby. I took that white man to City Trends. Baby, that man was in heels. That because City Trends they'll do a size 13. Took
Mm-hmm.
him to get him some heels, did his little makeup, got him some cute wigs, child. I spent me about a good $300-$400 for myself.
I want to dress somebody up, make them look
But
pretty.
they, girl, honey, they be in my inbox now. Them, they be, but I just be like, look, I'm too busy right now. I got shit going on.
See, I always get
Cause
the
I'm a
ones from
shopaholic.
overseas.
I can let shopping get away from me. I can't lie. I'm a shopaholic. I can let
Yeah,
shopping get away from me, and I be having shit to do.
I get a lot of submissive men from overseas. I don't know
Mm,
why. I don't know
I'm
what
looking.
that attraction is, but I do, and it's weird.
Mm,
Like I had this British Indian dude for like 3 or 4 months in my inbox every day, and no matter how much I ignored him, he did more.
yeah. I just cut off all my money men for 2025. I did. I didn't have to see them. I didn't have to FaceTime them. I didn't have to have sex with them. I didn't have to send them pictures. They just send me money because I'm spoiled.
Yep.
But
See,
I'm bored. I got bored.
I
I get bored very
I
Well,
easily.
would I
ladies,
think
on that note, we are going to, because it's about that time. We have managed, but we got to do this again. I mean, I'm
yeah,
serious.
I like it,
We got to
Yes.
do this again because this
and I
was,
was late, so
well, honey, we were all late because I had technical
Yeah, we
difficulties
were.
while you were texting me. I was trying to like get the whole show to go, but nothing was
um,
working. So we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back and do a part deux. We're gonna do a part deux next week.
okay.
Okay. So please come back and join us, y'all. Because thank you, gentlemen, that were on the side here giving us great questions. We really appreciate you. And no, as my mother would say, no question is a dumb question. Okay. All questions are great. We can always learn, and we hope we shared a little bit with you guys. And just always remember, each person that does this is different. We all may be similar in some ways, but we're different in others. So just keep that in mind. Keep an open mind about it, because I have fun tonight. I learned a lot about you. I learned a lot about you ladies tonight. And it was we're gonna have to get together, okay? We're gonna have to
Fellas.
Stacks, we're gonna have to talk more, and just
Yes.
yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. So we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna do some more female dominance next week. You guys want to have the same ones or some new ones. It doesn't matter, because there's a lot more to this lifestyle than meets the eye. And we really want to
Hmm.
delve into that, especially as women. So make sure you come back next Monday night. We now start at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard. And anything coming up for you this week, Miss Purple Rain?
Um, no, it's cold outside. My stuff is kind of slowed down. I don't think I have anything until after the baby is born.
Okay.
So
The grandbaby, y'all, grandbaby. I see
the
y'all.
grandbaby, I apologize. The grandbaby, not my baby.
Yeah,
The
I see everybody.
grandbaby.
I seen all that. I seen it. And
I gotta, yeah, I gotta
Miss
get that together.
Miss
So
Stacks, you got anything going on?
I am actually offering a Valentine's Day 30-minute I don't want to title it girlfriend treatment, but for men or women who are going to be alone for Valentine's Day, you get 30 minutes of my time. I'm going to set the room. I'm gonna have the wine. I'm gonna have the chocolates. I'm gonna have the fruit. I'm gonna give you a massage. I'm gonna bathe you. I'm gonna give you the treatment of specialty for 30 minutes to an hour, whichever lasts, whichever you. That will be in Columbia, South Carolina, February 14th. I have a rodeo vetting event. Her flyer is out. She booked me for her birthday, which is March 8th. It's cowboy theme. It's gonna be in Columbia, South Carolina. Um, I do have two more bookings, but they're down the line in the year. Yeah, I have two more events, but they're I think it's June and I want to say August. But
Okay.
I'm always posting. I'm always posting all my social medias. I have BDSM knowledge, LS knowledge, terminology, phrases, poly, swinging information. I always post information on my stuff, flyers. I support other people. I'll tag people. I'll share their stuff. I'm all about networking, communicating, from Telegram to TikTok to Twitter to Snapchat, everything. So
All right.
I just like to give out the information. Like I said, I was big on coming in at a vetting process, and I feel like we lost that. So I'm trying to get back into giving people knowledge of stuff before they jump into stuff.
Hmm.
Perfect.
We
Perfect.
like education around here.
Yes, we
That
do.
part.
We are both educated. So we just we do enjoy it. And just reminding everybody, go out and get your tickets for the Ebony Erotic Experience going on May 30th and 31st in
May 30th,
Indianapolis.
31st. I need to put that up there. Hmm.
Indianapolis, Indiana. And we're going to be announcing the lineup this week. So you guys will know who everyone is that's coming. That will be our featured guest. So you want to get out and get your tickets. Early bird tickets will end. The $125 tickets will end at 11:59 on January 31st. 125. That includes your classes. That includes your seminars. That includes your food. That includes your, I mean,
Everything.
everything. Okay. So you definitely, it's a great price because
Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to inbox me that one ASAP.
after, after,
We will.
after the 31st, the price does go up. So you definitely want to jump on this wonderful special that we got going on. And yeah, we're gonna have a good time this year. I want to also apologize because I know a lot of you are wondering, like, is she really like laying down in the bed? So I would like to explain to my fans really quick because today is my anniversary of I was involved in a very serious car accident 22 years ago today. And I was just in an accident December 12th of last year. And they discovered after I finally got to the chiropractor and with some neck pain and back pain, I have had in the past a broken neck and a broken back. Um, so it has been triggered, all of it, and I have been in a lot of pain. So laying down is probably how you're going to catch me now at times when I'm hurting. Um, and until I can figure out, and as they try to get me, put me back together again, I feel like Humpty Dumpty. So,
It's okay.
just bear with me, guys, as I mend and I get better. I love all of the support. Thank you so much for the prayers and well wishes.
Speedy
I am on
recovery.
the mend as best as I can right now. But there are pain days, and this chiropractor is snap crackling and popping me like you would not believe. So I feel like just add milk. So I'm going to keep a positive attitude. And but today was, I did have a chiropractor, so it is bothering me just a little bit. So I was like, let me just go on, slide down and lay down and I can watch. There you have it. Um, but I love you guys, and I hope that you guys will join us again next Monday night. And make sure you get your tickets for the Ebony Erotic Experience, and also check out what's new on Jewcee Boutique. Okay, go on out there and check it out. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay. Oh
Mhm.
God. Anything else?
No.
I think that's it.
Mhm.
Thank you, guys. Everybody, have a great
Bye.
week, and we will see you next week right here. Remember, enjoy enlighten and embrace eroticism. For my beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous sister, Miss Purple Rain, and for our wonderful special guest, Miss Stacks Goddess, and Lady Thundercat, have a wonderful, wonderful week. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.